A single fake luxury watch can wipe out a dealer's savings, $30,000, $80,000, sometimes more, because some counterfeits are almost perfect, engineered with the same technology as the originals. Today, even seasoned experts are getting fooled. But how did these super fakes get so good? And who is really at risk every time a high-end watch changes hands? A Manhattan watch dealer sits behind a glass counter, hands clenched, voice tight. He remembers the day a customer brought in a stainless steel Rolex Submariner, paperwork in perfect order, box still crisp. The sale closed at $36,000, an average deal, until 3 months later, when a routine service flagged the watch as a super fake. The movement, cloned down to the rotor engraving, fooled every check except the final teardown. That single mistake wiped out a month's profit. No insurance payout. No recourse. The dealer's reputation, built over years, now hung by a thread. Word spreads fast in the watch world, and trust is everything. One more slip, and clients disappear. Across New York, small dealers face the same nightmare. A single fake can mean a loss of $30,000, $80,000, sometimes even $120,000. These are not just numbers. They are the difference between staying open and closing for good. Some dealers have had to refund clients out of pocket, draining their savings to keep their names clean. Others have watched loyal customers vanish after a single misstep. The fear is constant. With every transaction, there is a silent calculation. Is this the one that ruins me? In today's market, even the most seasoned experts cannot always tell. The margin for error is razor thin, and the cost of a mistake is staggering. Dealers who once trusted their eyes and experience now live in doubt, knowing that the next box on the counter could be the one that ends it all. In the 1980s, counterfeit watches were easy to spot. Cheap quartz movements rattled inside hollow cases, stamped logos blurred at the edges, and the weight never felt right in the hand. These knockoffs fooled almost no one. But as the years passed, the game changed. By the late 2000s, something new began to appear. High-grade replicas built with surprising precision. Chinese factories started hiring engineers with Swiss watchmaking experience. They reverse-engineered genuine models, scanning cases and movements down to the micron. The result was a new breed of fake, what dealers now call super fakes. Around 2010, the technology took another leap. 5-axis CNC machines could carve steel cases to the exact specifications of a Rolex Submariner or a Patek Philippe Nautilus. Laser engravers etched serial numbers and hallmarks that matched brand records. Movements, once the dead giveaway, were now cloned so closely that even the signature rotor engravings and gear finishes mirrored the real thing. Some workshops sourced 904L stainless steel, the same alloy Rolex uses, just to match the luster and weight. Sapphire crystals, ceramic bezels, and hand-applied lume became standard, not exceptions. Super fakes no longer relied on cheap tricks. They matched genuine watches in weight, feel, and even the sound of the winding rotor. Forged paperwork and boxes completed the illusion. By the time these watches reached the resale market, even seasoned experts sometimes struggled to tell them apart from the real thing. The line between authentic and counterfeit had all but disappeared, and the risk for anyone in the trade had never been higher. Inside a workshop lined with steel and glass, a watchmaker places a genuine Rolex Submariner beside its super fake twin. The process starts with a 3D scanner, mapping every curve and bevel of the original case down to the micron. These digital blueprints feed into a 5-axis CNC mill, where blocks of 904L stainless steel are carved layer by layer until the case and bracelet match the brand's exact tolerances. Even the famous 23 curves on the lugs, unique to Rolex, are polished through 7 separate steps, just as in the Swiss factories. The movement comes next. Skilled technicians, some with Swiss horology backgrounds, assemble cloned versions of the Rolex 3235 caliber. Each gear, spring, and rotor is machined and finished to mimic the genuine article. On a timing machine, the beat error and accuracy fall within a few seconds per day, the same range a real Rolex would show. For Richard Mille, the challenge lies in recreating the complex tonneau case. 5-axis machining sculpts the extreme curves, while composite materials are layered to match the weight and feel. Patek Philippe superfakes demand laser-engraved guilloche patterns and hand-finished bridges, sometimes requiring days of work for a single dial. Serial numbers and hallmarks are etched with industrial lasers, matching brand records. Sapphire crystals, ceramic bezels, and hand-applied lume complete the illusion. The final product is paired with forged warranty cards, boxes, and booklets, often produced in the same batch. These watches leave the workshop selling for $5,000 to $40,000. To the naked eye, and sometimes even under a loupe, the difference between real and fake is almost invisible. In the shadows behind every superfake sits a network of brokers, middlemen, and front companies. The journey from a backroom workshop to a high-end boutique passes through invisible hands, each one taking a cut, each one covering the trail. A broker, never seen without a burner phone and a stack of blank warranty cards, moves through the gray markets of Hong Kong, Istanbul, and Dubai. His briefcase holds more than watches, forged service stamps, serial number stickers, and a kit for swapping out paperwork on the fly. One single replica, produced for $1,800 in a Guangzhou workshop, can fetch $18,000 when it lands in a European consignment case. The profit is staggering. The broker's job is to make the watch look legitimate, pairing it with a forged card, matching it to a real batch's serial range, and consigning it to a dealer who rarely asks too many questions. Some brokers use shell companies to ship watches as machine parts or samples, slipping them past customs. Others rely on local connections, a dealer who needs inventory fast, or a collector eager for a rare model at a steep discount. Gray market consignments blur the line between legal and illicit. A superfake Patek Philippe Nautilus, paired with a convincing set of documents, can enter a Miami pawn shop and be sold to an unsuspecting buyer. Federal cases have surfaced. One seller was caught moving dozens of fakes through online platforms, prosecuted after investigators traced the paperwork trail back to a single broker's kit. Each successful infiltration chips away at trust, turning the legitimate market into a minefield where every deal is suspect, and every watch could be the one that brings everything crashing down. A lab analyst sets a trio of watches on a steel tray: a genuine Rolex Submariner, a Richard Mille RM1103, and a Patek Philippe Nautilus. The first check is weight. Rolex's stainless steel models tip the scale at exactly 155 grams, while most fakes come in a few grams lighter or heavier. Next, a loupe hovers over the dial. The Cyclops lens on a real Rolex magnifies the date 2.5 times, and superfakes often miss this detail, landing closer to 2 times. Under magnification, the rehaute engraving should be razor sharp, with each letter perfectly aligned. A timing machine tests the movement, and genuine Rolex calibers run within plus or minus 2 seconds per day. Richard Mille's case curves are measured to 1/10 of a millimeter, and Patek's guilloche dials show no laser artifacts under macro. Paperwork is cross-checked against brand databases, with serial numbers and warranty stamps scrutinized for inconsistencies. Each step narrows the gap between doubt and certainty, giving dealers a fighting chance. Postal inspectors sort through stacks of small parcels arriving from overseas. Of all the counterfeit watches seized in the United States, 91% are caught in the mail, hidden among generic goods and declared as samples or machine parts. Yet these seizures barely dent the flow. For every fake intercepted, dozens more slip through, routed by brokers who know how to game customs paperwork and exploit enforcement gaps. As online sales surge and shipping volumes climb, the challenge grows more complex. Counterfeiters are already using AI to generate flawless paperwork and 3D printing to refine case components. Meanwhile, luxury brands experiment with blockchain serial tracking, hoping to anchor provenance in digital ledgers. The fight is far from over. Each advance in detection is met with new tricks and smarter fakes, leaving dealers and collectors facing risks that only deepen as technology evolves. Right now, an estimated $1.8 billion in fake luxury watches circulates each year, undetectable to most. As technology advances, trust is not just a question of expertise, but vigilance. The line between real and fake blurs further with every sale. In this market, certainty comes at a price.